winning a championship is harder than it looks. There are races that you should win, that you win easily, and then there are races that you don't win at all. But if you really want to be a world champion, these are the races that you have to be resilient at. These are the races where you have to take most of the bad situation. This is one of them. We're pretty much starting in last place thanks to a MGUK change, and we are currently on top of the Drivers' Championship. We do know one thing: that gap will not be extended today. That gap will be decreased, but we just don't know how much the gap will be decreased. It's today in the circuit of the America for the United States Grand Prix. We have to be resilient and we have to take as many points back as possible, even with 2 new upgrades coming for the last 2 races of the season. This ain't going to be no easy job. This has to be resilient. It's time for the United States Grand Prix.
What fantastic enthusiasm we have for Formula One here in the United States of America. And it's an enthusiasm born from generations of memorable Grand Prix racing. Bruce McLaren took his maiden victory at Sebring way back in 1959, and John Watson's 1983 victory at Long Beach, well, that still holds the record for the lowest ever starting position for a race winner. We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. An immense lap from Carlos Sainz yesterday puts him in pole position, and P2 goes to Daniel Riccardo, a strong showing from the Australian. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Leclerc, Esteban Ocon, and Raikkonen, Hamilton, Bottas, Ericsson, and Max Verstappen, Vettel, Van Dorn, Kevin Magnussen, and Gasly, Alonso, Hartley, Sergei Sirotkin, and Thomas. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Grosjean and Lance Stroll rounds off the grid.
It's a steep incline into turn 1 that'll help you scrub speed off. There are multiple lines, so be sure to make use of them.
18th place for this United States Grand Prix, and my main rival in the championship is second. So I'm hoping that my teammate Carlos Sainz can save me some damage and can hopefully win this race. We need him to win this race for the Constructors' title, but also I need him to win because of the Drivers' title as well. Let's see if we can try to gain any time with the strategy. It doesn't look like we can. And it doesn't look like I can change from the Ultra Soft to the Supers. So that's a shame. It looks like I'm going to be starting on the Supers. I don't know if this is a glitch or not. Well, it looks like I'm going to be starting on the Ultras. I don't know if this is a glitch or not, or if they just won't allow you to do that type of thing, but it looks like we're going to have to go with the default strategy by going Ultras first, going on Super second, and then Ultras at the end of the race. Oh dear. And it looks like it's going to be raining towards the end, so this is not good. If we really want to claw back any points in this championship, then we're going to have to try and do something different. We're going to have to try and mix up the strategy. But it doesn't look like this game will allow me to if I even wanted to. So looks like the default strategy is the way to go, unfortunately. And I think I can't even change the tire pressures. I can change the front wing to 6, so hopefully in the corners I can be even better with this car, but tire temperatures and pressures will play a massive part. 18th place, let's see what we can do. Let's hope we can try and salvage some points. Lights out and away we go, and it's another terrible start. If there's a gap there, I'm going to go for it. Yes, I am. Down the inside, and that is already P16 in the US Grand Prix. Gasly is ahead of us. The slowest car is ahead of us, and this is on simulation damage, so we're going to have to try and just be cautious yet be aggressive, if that makes sense. We don't want to lose any front wing If we get damage, that's it. The race is over and we lose pretty much 25 points or 18 points to Daniel Riccardo. And it looks like everyone's on the super soft, so I don't know why, as I go down the inside of Grosjean and Gasly, I don't know why I'm starting on the ultras when everyone else is on the supers. I mean, I qualified in the top 10, but with the grid penalty, I started 18th, so why am I not starting on the super softs? I'll never know. Lap number 2, and there's a massive battle with Vettel and Verstappen. Verstappen is our rival, but he is not our championship rival. That's Riccardo, but he does play a major part. And if looks like Vettel's going to go down the inside, it's a freeway into the hairpin. And let's see if I can overtake Verstappen. Bit of contact, but I do. And that's Ericsson and Vettel. They're going side by side in towards the tricky left-hander. Oh, that's a double overtake. Lovely move there by us. And now we've got Hamilton. Hamilton's next on a hit list. Major understeer here, and looks like the tyre, yep, look at that. The one thing that I do struggle with this game is the tyre pressures and the temperatures, and just trying to manage those temperatures. And even when they overheat, you just get the most understeer as possible, so I'm starting to actually regret that this strategy on the Ultra Softs works. Yeah, Vettel is just, he's going to overtake me at some point, and this is the part of the race now where I'm going to either get, either holding the people up or I'm just losing time. It's a lose-lose situation. I may as well let Vettel through and to see if he can do anything towards the front runners. Alright, pit stop time, and hopefully I don't cut the, yep, I don't, because if you do, you get a major penalty in this game. So, to stop today, ultras to supers, and then back to ultras for the end of this race. Oh, come on boys. And there we go, lovely stop, and we are pretty much back to where we started. 18th place. Oh, actually no, we're not, we're on ultras, so yeah, let's see if the ultras can do anything. And that's Sorokin, and yep, we just overtake Sorokin there. Let's, massive train of 4 cars into, in my opinion, the best area for this car, the best sector. The S section really suits our car. We can gain so much time, at least 3-4 attempts, and it doesn't look like Hartley wants to go anywhere. And we are getting really held up here, and we have to overtake. So looks like this corner will have to be the place where we overtake Hartley. There we go. Don't make contact with the other Toro Rosso, and that is position done. If I can get Bottas in towards the final corner, then maybe I can get some points back, maybe. Oh, lovely. Even that was a corner cut, I don't care. Down the inside of Bottas. There it is, and we're in P13. Let's try and catch his teammate, Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton's currently getting held up right now by a Williams. Yeah, Stroll. Oh! Stroll looks massively in towards that corner, and now I'm all over Lewis Hamilton. Come on, let's go. DRS with ERS and Rich Mix. Slipstream on the inside line. Lovely move, and oh no, he's actually trying to outbrake me. There it is. P11. Ocon's next in that OP Force India. Alright, so these ultra soft tyres are just not the way to go around the circuit to the Americas, unfortunately. And Hamilton's coming in as well. If we can jump Hamilton, I think we've got a better pit stop crew than the Merc boys. So let's see what we can do here. And it's P12, and yes, we've extended our gap to Lewis Hamilton, and we're behind Ericsson on the soft tyres. So let's see if we can use the newer supers to our advantage over the fading soft runners in this race. This is where it all comes down to. This is where championships are won or saved or rescued even. Moments like this where you have to overtake backmarkers like Alonso and that's a Sauber, I think. Come on. Where are you going, Alonso? Where are you going? He's going to go on the inside. I'm going to go around the outside of Bottas. Oh, that's very close. Bit of contact there. And we get the move. Yes, we do. We're in P9. Thank goodness we're in P9. Daniel Riccardo wins the American Grand Prix, but we take 2 points. Hopefully, I think it's 2 or 3, I'm not sure. But it's 4 points away from him. And the gap is ever closing in the Drivers' Championship.
Well, I hope we can do better than
Man,
that at the next
I think
race.
we could have done better with that race, but at the end of the day, we managed to save 4 points. And the championship goes on.
So here come our winning drivers today, and what a race it was.
Perez again on the podium for a 4th consecutive time, I think, and Carlos Sainz actually getting 2nd. I just wish he would have won this race because he would have done me a massive favour, and also he would have done the team a massive favour in the running time. But Ricciardo wins with Carlos Sainz in 2nd and Sergio Perez in 3rd place. I don't know what that does for the Constructors' title, but the fight goes on as Verstappen gets 5th place. Wow. And the gap is now 14 points. Oh dear. And Red Bull are slowly starting to get away again in the Constructors' battle. I don't know how we're going to stop them. I don't think we're going to win the Constructors' title with this. But the fight goes on. Charles Leclerc gets 4th place. Ocon 6th. Vettel in 7th. And Alonso in 10th place. But please like and subscribe. The fight goes on to Brazil.